All right, guys. I guess we're live. I'm on my phone. I don't know if you guys can. Let me see if I can switch this around. Or there we go. There we go. Okay, so hopefully this is coming in for you guys. But we're out here in the woods, of course, blasting the thermal. Of course, we are solo by ourselves, as usual. We're having fun. I got some. Yeah. So we're out here using the thermal. I'm gonna go walk over here to a field, and then we'll set up and just hopefully get some good signal and scout around on the thermal a little bit. I actually got some deer and a possum or something a little bit ago, and got a good enough signal right now. Seems like I can go live, so we're doing it. Going straight through YouTube. So anyways, yeah, I just enjoying the beautiful weekend, getting out in nature. You know, it's so much better than being, cramped up inside or, you know, doing other crazy stuff that, just is dumb. I know a lot of people are celebrating and stuff, holidays and stuff, which is great, but, being over excessive and drinking and all that crap is just not good, not healthy, and sorry, just looking through it. Not something that is ever going to bring you up. So I'm definitely enjoying myself outdoors. I got someone in here, so let me show you what we're looking at. Hopefully you guys can see that and it's buffering okay. But if there's a Bigfoot that's gonna pop out, we're definitely gonna push record and start recording them on the brand new Flare Scout Pro, brand new. And so I'm gonna be using it. I will let you guys look through it once we move to this field, and then we're going to I'll listen and stuff. I've been here for a little bit now, about actually an hour in one little section and stuff, and nothing has happened so far. I've actually stirred up an owl. We were calling back and forth, but I've just been slowly walking around. I filmed the deer and the possum and stuff together. Pretty cool, which we'll show you guys on Tuesday. I'm gonna try to stick to this time, be on Tuesday, and we're going to have a pretty interesting show. So be showing some thermal footage and anything that happens tonight, and then probably get into the New York baby Bigfoot video that is pretty hot right now again, thanks to Bob Gimlin and Squatch Detective Steve Coles, of course. So we're going to take a look at my video that I actually did the breakdown on like 6 years ago, and we're going to talk about it a little bit, and then of course other things in the show. Let me pop up here in this field and show you guys the thermal. So in this field, actually brought people out here, and we've heard stuff, had vocalizations at the wood line. I brought other people out here, and they've seen potential juvenile crawling away, up in this field into the wood line. So, just got the thermal. It's finally nice out, not rainy and crappy. finally be able to get out and use it the right way. So let me try to make sure you guys can actually see. A little hard to kind of do both at the same time. See if you guys can. Yeah, it's a little hard. Let me get up here a little bit more. Oh yeah. There's some deer right there. Let me record. So yeah. Some deer. It's a little harder for me to spot stuff. There's something right there. Let me take a look at it. Another little small animal. Maybe like another possum or something. Yeah, it's really hard for me to tell, to be able to spot stuff when I'm showing you guys through the phone. But that is okay. I'm gonna have to get used to doing this. So actually, right about actually where that little creature is, now the deer are gonna walk away and stuff because they hear me talking. They do disappear into that thicket pretty good. But right about there, actually, when we were walking into the field, one person I was with seen a potential juvenile actually crawl up into that brush right about there, actually. So yeah, there is another deer over there. And then that little guy. So I'm going to, okay, I've been recording good. Let me shut it off. All right, so now we're going to actually go to some other spot because, I mean, the deer are just chilling here. And, we're going to just let them have some fun, eat. We're going to go to a different spot and keep walking. As long as you guys have signal and stuff, it's not buffering out too much. We'll actually head in closer to some of the swamp areas. There, we'll take a look at the wood line so you guys can see how far the thermal's going. Yeah, Mike, if you had this out there on your adventures, man, this is definitely a game changer. So now when the leaves come in and stuff and it's 85 degrees out, it's going to be a lot harder to see through all these tree masses. So, you know, it's still not, I can definitely tell at 85 degrees, full canopy of trees and stuff, it's still going to be very hard to spot stuff, just like we seen those deer. As soon as they got into the tree line, you know, they disappeared pretty good. But anything that's pretty close to you, close at camp, in a field, I mean, this technology is a game changer. And if I've had this on any of my encounters, you definitely would have bet it'd be recorded as long as I pushed play to record. But yeah, I'm excited. I was hoping to get out last night actually, but I was out most of the day in some new spots. And took a picture of a young deer skull. with the antlers missing. But the skeletal remains were actually pretty close by to the head and stuff. So I took pictures of that. I just didn't post that. Yeah. If you could do coyote hunt and stuff with this thing, now that's a game changer right there. But yeah, it'd be a little too easy with the deer, as you could see. You could just set up and plank them, no problem. It's not even a challenge. And another thing is, the deer and the other animals, like that possum or whatever, are very calm. They're not like in fear of being hunted by a Bigfoot, right? They're not, I haven't heard any coyotes and stuff, but there are a couple packs out here. But it seems like it's a pretty calm night out here, so. But a lot of the times, we don't really see deer like they're overly pressured and engaged with, running away from Sasquatches on top of humans and all the other coyotes that want to get them. And sometimes the foxes want to eat the fawns, but you would think that anytime a deer would get close to a Bigfoot or smell a Bigfoot or have any signs of a Bigfoot, like they would bolt. But there's some stories of encounters where, the deer, and even on the BFRO, if they still have it up, there's a little section on there where, the Bigfoots are like herding the deer and stuff. There's a couple segments on the BFRO, at least they had it up, was, their theory of a nomadic, almost herdsman of the forest, that doesn't overeat on everything, but actually selectively takes what it needs and leaves abundance to replenish the land and stuff, kind of thing. But there's other people who say that the appetite of a Bigfoot can never be filled, and they will constantly eat everything. So pretty big drastic viewpoints. We're still just making our way over here. I'll actually shut the thermal down for a second, and then we got some walking to do. And I didn't bring a headlamp. I've kind of forgot it. It needed to be charged anyways, and I cannot carry my big cop flashlight and my thermal and my phone and my bag and everything else that I have strapped to me. So it's actually bright enough for me to see. Like I can see on the trail. I could see like 35 yards easy, 35 yards, no problem. And same with the woods, as long as there's some of that overlaying light right there, I can see pretty good. So yeah, I've never really been live on the YouTube thing itself on my phone. There's a lot of different buttons and things I can do. Definitely might have to check this out a little bit, but so yeah, I'll be out here for a couple more hours, honestly. I'll head out before it gets sunrise, and I'll try again the next time nothing happens. And that's, the name of the game. A lot of times I come out here, I don't go live or anything because, most of the time nothing happens. So I always figure, well, I'll just go live as soon as something starts happening. But I figured, might as well try it, show you guys the thermal and stuff. So here we're almost to where there's a little bit of a swamp and drainage and yeah, I pay this is yeah, this is not cheap. This is not the cheap one they just came out with. Hopefully that's buffering okay for you guys. Yeah, I've been talking about getting this thermal for a while now. Getting a thermal at this price range for a while. Because I think you really need something in the multiple $1,000 range to really have something that's actually going to be worth it. So we got a couple other things they're going to be purchasing. Hopefully in next month or two, like actual professional long-term audio recorders that are in waterproof housing and have hookups for big batteries that can go basically all year round or multiple months on end. So I think I'm going to pull the trigger on that and get one of those. I can set it up and just run it all year and then collect it. Or there's some of them you can transmit it to your computer and phones and stuff. So yeah, we're going trying to go to the balls to the walls of research now. So I'm going to try to get out here basically every other weekend, guaranteed time of actually being out here. We're going to be running audio every weekend. So we'll be getting dozens and dozens of hours of audio here soon. And then just spending the hours out here. And then, of course, inviting people. We'll be doing a conference in September. And honestly, it's just about documenting what happens and documenting actual evidence. And, something actually happens. Maybe you guys will see it live, or, I'm definitely going to try to record it. There's an animal over there. Just scared. I'm trying to see it. Yeah, so we're going to put this one to the use. We're going to run this battery pretty low. It should last the entire time I'm out here. So we're kind of doing a little bit of testing of the battery, testing how things work. Yeah, there's something over there. Some of those breaking branches and stuff. It's most likely a deer, in my opinion, of course. When I'm showing you guys, I can't really see any dang detail. I mean, I'd be able to see if there was a big Sasquatch, but I'm not going to, I can't see the detail like I can when I look through it, so. Yeah, it's just beyond this tree line over there. Yeah, in September, same time of the conference and stuff, the same weekend or whatever. It will be, we'll be going out. I know my buddies kind of just want to be out in the camp the entire time. So I mean, I found a place that's pretty reasonable stuff, and it's even closer than the other place. It'd actually be in Jackson this time, so it's cut the time in half for driving to camp. So I think that's what we're planning and stuff. I just gotta work the details out. But yeah, anytime actually anyone wants to come and camp and stuff, just let me know so we can drop a date. All right, here's some more movement down this trail. Well, that was pretty cool. I hope you guys seen that. Looked like that deer crossed the trail right there. Pretty sweet, huh? Kind of wish I recorded it on the thermal, but I mean, at least we got it on the live, so that works. So yeah, we could go down there, but I think we're gonna just go straight and go where the turtles like to give birth to their, or plant their eggs, and the eggs hatch and stuff, and they give birth, and it's pretty cool actually. They will be giving birth here actually this next month, I believe. It's pretty cool. And come out here and have all the eggs and stuff, and sometimes you see little baby turtles and all that, but it'd be awesome to get out here when they were hatching. All right, look down there. We're just go up here and swim back on the trail, and we're gonna go. We'll actually end up in a spot where when we had the Lost Cryptids crew out here a couple years ago, we actually walked into this area and had a perfect knock that alerted all of us. It wasn't recorded and stuff, but all of us that were here heard it. So we're gonna go down here and check it out, check that spot out. And as long as the live stream is going good and stuff, it's not too bad for you guys. We'll keep it going. And usually I wouldn't be talking, and the deer probably wouldn't be as skittish. But I think one interesting thing about going live and talking in the woods is a person isn't normally doing that by themselves at nighttime. You know, unless they're talking on the phone, which is kind of what it looks like. So that hearing a person talking in the woods might pique their curiosity a bit too. Some geese going off. Actually, be in that spot here in about a minute or two. I walk a little faster. I like to walk a little slow at night, hear a lot of things, and just enjoy it. Let's see. Yeah, those thermal drones are expensive. Like, holy crap. Randy Harriton with the Sensible Sasquatch Project on YouTube. He has a nice thermal drone and took it out to a recent Bigfoot sighting in actually might even be Oklahoma, but was flying it and got a thermal hit of potential or something, and it's pretty nice. It's a nice one. I'm hearing some dogs go off. This particular place is actually a history of Bigfoot encounters, Bigfoot sightings, I would say, of not only the stuff I just told you with the people I've been with and myself being here, but finding there's a plane going by. Start seeing this light in the woods. But I know people who have found tracks here on an outer edge, actually in a spot where we found potential tree structures and manipulation. Also, a farmer and stuff when he was younger actually was walking out here with his friend, and they seen an orb of light through the woods, and they went back to the friend's house, and they were looking out the window, and they seen a Bigfoot in the tree line, walking the tree line. And so, it's like, okay. But very positive, no nonsense guy. Has no reason to make up and lie about it. And, when I asked his relative if they believed in Bigfoot, they laughed and said, no, there's no way. So, just goes to show you that a lot of people don't even tell their families and stuff is what I took from it. A lot of these stories are personal and seem a little crazy, and they're not telling people who would just laugh at them. Oh, here's another animal. It's up there somewhere. Another deer is what I would assume. I might have missed that spot I was trying to go into because I can't see it, like where the cut-in point is to go in. But or it's right up here. So I'm hoping it's right up here. It's been a little bit since I've been back here. And I don't got a headlamp, so the thermal is nice, but doing a little too much at once, talking to you guys, video and going blind in one eye with the thermal. So the settings on the thermal, the brightness is actually all the way the lowest. So I'm not super blinded right now, but all right, let's take a look right now. That's the lowest setting. for the brightness. So this is all flooded wood, basically a swamp. Most of the year it's not flooded, some of the year it is. So we'll keep going. And I don't have to worry about snakes too much as in other places, but there actually are eastern rattlesnakes around here, or as the natives around here call them, the magasaka. They actually are found here in this area in more of abundance than in other parts of the state. So I have actually talked to a guy who had his dog die because they got bit by one out here. Whoa. I hope you guys seen it, because I certainly didn't see it on the thermal. Yeah, it's a deer. It's a deer. Ah, jeez. That kind of like maybe jumped because he's right there. I guess I did the same to him though, right? So here's the spot that I can walk into, I believe. Yes. I always think it's closer than I thought. Let me look around first. All right. But anyways, we walked right to where that tree's on the ground, right about there, and then further into the woods. We'll walk down there because there was a clearing. I'm not sure if it's still there or they let it overgrow, but there's a wood knock on the other side. So I'll probably make a call here soon, or a tree knock, I guess. Makes more sense. So I'm looking around. Yeah, it's a wonderful time to spend. Well, Easter. It's Easter now, right? Easter morning. All right, so here we are coming in. Looks like they still are maintaining this. Now this is last time I've been here and stuff. They weren't planting crops on this particular spot. It just looked like just tall grass. And it's been that way for the last couple years, but I walked into a spider web. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's like a little clearing with they're letting these little saplings grow bigger. So the tree knock would have been just on the other side in those woods over there. And so we came down that trail, heard it, got our bearings and stuff, and went over there. Of course, we explored all the way down there first, this area looking for tracks and stuff, and then we went into the tree line, circled around a little, and came back because we didn't find anything, of course. But the tree knock was just a loud, massive tree knock, very distinctive. Not a woodpecker, not a tree falling, not a tree snapping in the, falling and snap, 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 break, but a knock. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find some good stick. I don't have a tree knocker like James. He has a small baseball bat that he got. So we're going to just make a call. And I guess we'll have you guys watch since you are recording. Push record on here too. Get some geese call back. Nothing. Which is what mostly happens. you know. But we keep trying because sometimes stuff happens. And hopefully we're prepared this time to capture it. And I could be doing more. I have all my equipment. I got my audio and stuff. I'm not running that. I'd have to carry that or strap it on to me, or mostly just testing the thermal. I'll be back out here often and in other spots. So. Yeah, so I'm kind of glad that this spot works for the live enough for you guys to listen and watch on the thermal. Take it easy, Mike. Thanks for stopping in. And can't wait for your show on this Thursday coming up. If I am not mistaken, this Thursday coming up, I'll be on. And we're going to be doing the show that I was supposed to do. I got so sick. It was crazy. Sick all day, throwing up. Threw up probably 2 gallons worth of crap. Just trying to flush stuff out. So looking forward to it. Definitely going to talk about the thermal, probably show a little videos off and stuff like that. And I don't know, if we find something crazy happens, we'll be talking about that. And of course, we'll always get into some crazy, darker stuff surrounding paranormal or anything else you guys ask and bring up. Getting cold now. Now it feels like it's probably 39 or 38. It's dropping now. Feels nice. Nice to breathe that fresh, cold air in. So yeah, we're gonna keep walking over here and get to the swamp turtle section. We'll scan it. What the heck was that? I guess it could have been a lightning bug. I've seen a flash right there where that group of trees is, right there at 12 o'clock. Nothing like super crazy big, but you know, when it's basically pitch black out, you can see anything that starts to flash. So I'm gonna assume that it was probably a lightning bug. I mean, it was very quick. And of course, we're not seeing anything on the thermal. And it wasn't like a red color or, you know, some crazy rainbow color thing or something that's not natural looking. Sirens are going off. Oh, look at the mouse. You guys can see it right there on that little lost branch. He was there. Heard a little rumbling around. Oh, he's still there. Oh, he ran away. Yeah, it's beautiful to see actually with the thermal, all the animal life doing their thing. You know, it was kind of actually pretty sweet watching the deer and the, pretty sure it was a possum. I mean, like 10 feet from each other. Hanging out. And it just got me wondering, you know, what exactly happens when a Bigfoot comes into the area? You know, do all of the animals react like they do a predator? I know, you know, we say the woods go silent and stuff, like a predator, but there's other reports where there's Bigfoot's sighting and the woods is not quiet, or the woods is, you know, alive with life and yeah, always stuff to think about. Yeah, it was so nice. So nice out. I'm ready for it to be summer, and I'm not ready for the bugs to be out though, because right now it's perfect. It's cool. It's getting a little cold, but there's no bugs. There's no bugs at all. Otherwise, you know, I'd be eating my face, and I'd have to be drenched with bug spray, and it's annoying. I'm still not seeing anything. Yeah, so I wanted to go live earlier and have a sit down show, but I figured I'm gonna be out anyways. Might as well just do it out in the field. And this area had signal, so we're about to the swamp. I know it's a little bit of a hike, but yeah, we get out here, we'll be able to look out in the swamp and see everything. This kind of spots, like, all spots are hit or miss. Either something happens, there's actual sighting here that actually made the Bigfoot times. Like, already got a tick. Ew. Ew. I'm not looking forward to that. Tick season is literally next month in June. In one of our spots, it possible to go there. All right. And ticks. Yeah, you guys. Looks like that's about as the range as the signal